So here I am in Marshfield, Massachusetts. Take a look at where I'm at. It's just beautiful here. You guys getting dizzy yet? Anyhow, so what do you say? What do you say after 23 states and 9 weeks going across the country with Jesus? I say I'm thankful. I'm saying that I'm really happy that God's shown me all these things that He's shown me. I'm thankful that He's given me so many small blessings, that so many angels, so many little things that are not coincidental. They're just God showing me very subtly that He's with me. I get a chance to start over, and some of these things I've been talking about are starting over is kind of like, well, you know, as I notice young couples, married couples, I notice high school graduates, college graduates, college freshmen, you know, people that are working in restaurants, people working all over the United States, between good jobs, bad jobs, business suits, you know, the lowest of the low jobs to the highest executives, to government officials in Washington, D.C., to Airbnb hosts of all kinds of sorts, staying in places that I never would have thought I would have stayed, being uncomfortable, not having all the luxuries of home. And that like rocks your core when you don't feel safe sleeping, when you're not quite sure what's going to happen, when you don't have maybe the most clean bed or the cleanest bathroom, or you're going in a town where you don't know where you are. People are looking at you funny because they know that you're a tourist. And so all that has been going on with me, and it makes me realize how much we take for granted. When we're comfortable, it just doesn't go against our grain when we're just in our house doing our same thing. But when you get uncomfortable and you're in a situation where you don't know people, you're in a situation where you're not sure where you're supposed to go, all of a sudden now God can work, and you're like, God help me find this place, God help me be safe tonight, God help my car. And these aren't necessarily, I'm not going to say they're small prayers, but what they do is you realize how much you are grateful for all the things that God just does for us, you know. So next time that you're sleeping in your bed, and your music, your TV, your kitchen, your food, just remember how much is just temporary. When I think of starting over, I think, wow, I'm starting over in my personal relationships. But I'm lucky because I get to start over with an established business. I get to start over with a house and a car, with, you know, a place to live. And so when I think about starting over, it's not so much about my whole entire life, but it's just I have all this new wisdom, not only my own wisdom that I have gotten just because of my age, but God's given me so much wisdom over this last year because I've studied His Bible, and He's kind of, you know, I've been on this journey kind of facing my insides, facing the parts of me that, you know, a lot of us, we just don't want to look at. And when you're away from everybody, away from your job, away from all the responsibilities, I guess you can say, in a season, that God starts to show you maybe your weak points. And like I said earlier at church, just talked about how God's taken, you know, the sand of my foundation and He's putting in concrete and steel, and that doesn't always feel good. But I'm going to read my little 10 marathon lessons. So I kind of feel like I've been on this marathon across the nation, and when I got to the half point, it just made me think about, I need to go over these lessons. So my half marathon lessons, in no particular order, but you actually have to set a goal. Surround yourself with like-minded people with similar goals. You need to be consistent in your work and your training. Less motivated people go away before the training gets hard. Get on the right diet and the clothes for the race. Some things you can't take along. Everyone starts at the same place, even your friends. It's hard to get your stride in the crowd. You need to adjust a little bit at first to settle with your pace. That was definitely true. You need to pass temptations before they hold you back. There are good things along the way, but not always good for you. So you need to know when to pass things up. The The finish line is further than you think. Yeah, 7 more weeks. And you might be fooled when you're close. Once you see the finish line, you'll get extra strength. The finish line is a personal for everyone that finishes, meaning, you know, it's a personal thing, but everyone has to do it. People are waiting for you. There is a great party and a feast at the finish. And the one that I missed, which was, God will give you signs along the way, encourage you. So on my marathon, I saw a sign that says, pain is temporary, but glory is forever. So as I am here on the other side of the nation, I figure Maine is kind of the other side of the nation, but this is close enough for my video because it's good timing and good weather and everything else like that. Who knows if it's going to be raining or not. But His glory is forever. We are just a vapor, and it's not that I want to live just for heaven, but I want to have heaven here on earth. So I want to go on His way so that we can have heaven here on earth. And I want to be surrounded with people that have that same vision. And so practice His ways, practice His methods, give thanks for what we have, enjoy the journey, enjoy the presence. And it's not so much about a destination, but just in today and to now. So I'm hoping that on my way back that God shows me just as much, if not more. God bless. See you guys.